John832 says, I just bit your face off. Welcome back to Sons of Anarchy Reviews here on Fog Entertainment. Clay Morrow's back, Sam Crow's back, Nero's out of jail. It's time to talk about episode 9 of season 6. Let's talk about it. We kick off in the morning. We've got the mirrored images. We've got Jax talking to Tara, and we've got Gemma talking to Nero. I like the way they shot this. They were almost answering their own questions. Did you like it?
I did like it.
Gemma whips out the front page of the newspaper and says she's got a little bit of news of her own to go alongside the murder of the schoolboy's father, even though it was suicide. But she points out the fact that, yeah, there's some news, and then she reveals it to Nero. But when it gets revealed to Nero, it cuts to Jax and Tara when they're talking about it. Obviously, she's revealed to Nero about the fact here, Tara's framed me. But Nero thinks, you know what, I'm a good Samaritan. I was about to give myself up for Sam Crow. Maybe if I confront Tara and get to the bottom of this, we can all play happy families again. But no, it doesn't work like that in Charming. And Nero was a wee bit naive here, wasn't he, my friend?
Yep, he thought that he could just go and confront Tara and Jax was going to have no issue with it, and it turns out that's not the case.
That's off limits, Nero. You want to work in a whorehouse with me, brother? Well, that'll do. But when you go to my kids...
You're my business partner, but when it comes to personal, leave the family alone.
Leave my family alone. Clay, he's inside. He's getting phone calls. Happy's back. He's like, aye, the Irish want to set up all the connections to Clay. Things are going to go through Clay, and Clay's wee best buddy in jail is this wee weird Irish guy who looks like that comedian who was in Breaking Bad, but I can't really remember his name. He gets a phone to Clay. Clay's then like sitting down. He's waiting on the call for this guy to come in the room, and then it's like, how does Clay know when the cue is? He just has to stare at the door and wait for this guy to walk through, but we have to wait a wee bit longer because Unser drops by, and Unser comes in. He asks for a minute of Jax's time. Bobby looks at Unser and is like, how are you not dead yet? Unser's like, a little bit every day.
Not very nice to speak to the former chief like that.
No, and current...
But you know what? You can kind of see where Bobby's coming from. Unser looked like shit in season 1. And he's still going.
It's season 6, and he's still alive.
I'm going to call Unser the Terminator from now on. Just refuses to go away. Refuses to die.
Yeah. He asks for a beer. Jax gives him it, and he's like, you sure at this time? He's like, breakfast of terminally ill champions. I like that one. Terminally ill champions. But yeah.
Dating Callie, what a guy.
Dating Callie, what a guy. Yeah, it was no bad in Fear the Walking Dead. But up next, give me the fear, because Chucky's playing his... or whatever he's doing, that wee Gisoo thing. Edging Christian, eat your heart out.
I mean, even by this point, you think we've seen the best of Chucky?
Probably, yeah. I think when he gives Jax the final handshake's pretty good. With his weird fucking hands that he got off eBay.
Yeah,
Take care, Chucky. And Chucky's the last guy at TM. The last guy to batten down.
The last man standing. We see some girl then throw... She's beating up the bikes outside, or one bike in particular. She then throws a spanner through the window. Jax gives chase, he catches her, and she cries rape. And everyone's like kind of looking around, and Jax is like, seriously? And then he just lets her go. Sound fucking realistic if you ask me.
Yeah.
I think that's actually if something fucking would play out.
And fair play to Sutter for doing it like this.
Because I think in 2024, man, see if a female does something like this and like you try and catch up and like restrain her or whatever, that's probably what's going to be shouted. So, and then it's almost like Jax, even though she's in the wrong, it's almost like because she's shouting that, he kind of just has no option but to let go.
Yeah, public space. Everyone's looking at Jax. He's wearing the cut. The club members are there. Doesn't look
I mean,
good.
I guess you could clearly see he wasn't.
No, you could clearly see he wasn't.
But then again, who knows what he'd done before?
Where she ran. Where's she
running from? You know, what's happened previously?
Yeah, but where she ran to, no one knows. Like, they don't know. They're just hearing her accusing Jax of rape, so they're not really exactly they're not clued in here, so to speak.
They'll let it go. Unser does a little bit of detective work, and again, I mean, this guy, when he was employed, when he was getting a paycheck, I don't think he did any detective work, but as soon as he's retired, he's doing his job now, so it's like Charming has two chiefs. One's white, one's black, and he finds out that her father, and more importantly, her mother, was killed on by Big John. You know, the truck that killed John, that pile-up also did a bit of damage. It took her mother, and I guess she's angry. 17, 18 years later, takes like, damn, all teenage girls hate me.
Yes.
Happy, like, the answer to that is yes. But I tell you what, I mean, that's a bit of a stretch. I mean, attacking the workplace of the guy's father who was in an accident that killed your mother 18 years ago before you were even born. Is that no wee bit?
Yeah, but that's the point.
Stretched.
She's got a few issues. There's a few screws loose. Nero confronts Tara.
Maybe just Tig's daughter.
Potentially could be, but Nero confronts Tara. Basically says, like, here, maybe there's a few home truths we need to get out here because it probably didn't go down that way. And then he's like, no, it's the life. She's like, no, it's the wife. And I thought that was a pretty good line. She killed John Tiller. Clay, look at him. You're going to end up like the third one, big man. Is Tara right? Is it the life?
Tara is right. Nero should stay away.
Yo, it's the life, absolutely.
But Nero's
but
in
it's
that life as well, so it's like, he can say that I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to, but like as Nero's already pointed out, he could have afforded to buy that place.
I got to buy that place down in North Amigo about 12 years ago.
And then again, does that kind of not diminish Nero's character a wee bit for you? Because you do believe he's turned his life around. You do believe that what he's doing now, he's trying to do legitimately to, get his son a really good home. But like, see when he feels that, yeah, no, you know what? I could have bought that place ages ago. And had a good life with his son. So yeah, for me, that does kind of bring Nero down a peg or two in my book.
To me, it just shows, though, that it's not as easy to get the life as... Well, it is as easy, but some people can't let it go. Some people like the money. Some people like the adrenaline.
Yeah, but he's selfishly choosing that adrenaline, that money, that life, over actually getting to live full-time with his son, who's, like, handicapped, and allowing his son to actually be on the farmyard with the sort of, like, accessibility stuff that he needs and being around animals and having the care that he needs. To me, that's pretty damn poor. I mean, that would... I just think, I don't know, to me that's... it's a bit shit.
It is a bit shit, I see your point, but you can't take the G out of the OG. Doesn't it work like that, does it? Who knows what it works like? Yeah, Borowski and Klett stop by. It's no happening. Delos is a no-go, kid. You and your banger buddies. So Jax is like, you know what? We're going to bring this to the table, and bringing it to the table, we've got to have a few proxies. So West and Montez proxy is a yes. We don't know what the vote is. Obviously, the vote is to make some sort of deal with Patterson, right? But it's like...
I mean, does West even deserve a vote at this stage?
Let's just even put in Montez. What if one of these two said no? Is Jack supposed to fucking... I don't think it was a unanimous thing it needed to be, but... Say, like, well, what happens? Does Jax go find them and battle them?
I think Sons of Anarchy did a really poor job of elevating new members that they brought in throughout the show. I'd say the best they did is Happy and then Kozak. Outside of that, I don't think they did much.
Kozak?
Well,
Kozak sounds like a fucking camera. Kozak camera? Kodak?
To me, I think they've done a really bad job.
Yeah. Why is that? I liked Frankie Diamonds, but the other two were shite and it weighed them down. People say they're the worst. Honestly, I mean, they're the worst than Filthy Phil. I think they're a bit more boring than Filthy Phil, but I think as an overall member, it's like I bought Greg the Peg. I bought them more.
As much as we didn't really think they were great, they felt like they fit it in. Filthy Phil seems like a Make-A-Wish kid that they've, like, here, you can dress like us for one day.
They would clean my dark glasses, brother.
Stick a cut on kind of deal.
Yeah, Make-A-Wish. I mean, he is a Make-A-Wish. He fucking ate the Make-A-Wish kids.
Anyway, West and Montez not doing it for me.
No, they're not doing it for
Quinn
you.
hasn't been great either. Like, just because he's a nomad prez, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but that means something. You know what I mean? See if West was like a former fucking Tacoma president, it's like, aye, that proxy means a wee bit more to me. You know what I mean? He's a fucking Diddy man for Indian Hills.
Damn.
Does it even exist, brother? I mean, he's from that charter they set up to protect Jury, Uncle Jury.
How'd that go?
My dad saved him in Nam. Well, can you fucking send West to Nam because he's pish? He's not that good. Anyway, Clay Morrow, we're back in Chapel. He keeps looking at this ginger guy. When's he gonna give me the nod to clean my dark glasses, brother? He gives him the nod. Clay's like, alright, time to cut the promo. I'm like, no, it sets me free, brother. Pussy. Joe Biden. Joe Biden sets Ron Perlman free.
A lot of people think this is Clay's best scene in the show.
I think that's a wee bit harsh. Well, not harsh, but it's like, look at all the great, meaningful stuff he did.
Yeah, I think this is a good scene, but to me, this is not. I don't think when I think of Clay, I certainly don't think of this.
Is this one of the funniest scenes? Yes, but is it like the greatest scene Clay's in? No.
Nah, I wouldn't put it in the top 10. I think Clay's such a great character who had so much great stuff.
I think it shows the level of like acting that Ron Perlman has got though, that he can fucking whip this out.
But I think on the most part, if you ask like 100 people, majority I think would say that this is the best scene for Clay.
Which I think's poor. I mean, is it a great funny scene? Aye, but look at the Clay scenes, man. Killing Piney, all the other shit he did, getting shot at the table.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. But anyway, then Clay bites off the officer's nose and spits it out.
I know the truth now, brother.
I know the truth.
I know they rigged the election now, brother. Hey, brother. Yeah, my dark glasses are clean now, brother. Anyway, I thought it was pretty good. Anyway, right, so we go to Deosa to meet with Borowski. Turns out it's not Borowski. And then Jax and Nero get into a fist fight. You called my wife a liar? And Nero's like, well, I guess she said that, brother. You are a liar. Now a couple of digs flying left, right, and centre. Gemma turns up, breaks it up. Nero doesn't want much of this fight. She's like, those guards, they watched Gemma ride Clay and they got off. And then it's like, that's not it, hermano. I was going to give myself up. So Jax is finding it a lot here. He doesn't want to believe the truth. Jax is getting hit with truth bombs left, right, and centre. Doesn't want anything to do with it. But then it turns out, Tara's been lying to you. She's going to take your kids. You need to tell the truth.
The one thing here, I don't actually understand. Maybe I need to rewatch it. But every time I watch this scene, I always feel the same. Where was the proof for Jax to change his mind, or did he just like accept it? Was he maybe the entire time not wanting to believe? Because like Nero brought up the whole, you don't know what she did for you. She had sex with Clip, and then it seemed to be
yes, that means my wife's a liar.
No, but do you know what I'm saying? It's like it very quickly went from that has fucking no relevance really to whether Tara's lying or not. And then, like, pretty much straight away, like, Jax kind of just accepted, well, she's telling the truth and Tara's lying. I mean, was the point, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense really, but was it more so, look what Gemma's willing to do for you, she even did this with Clay, therefore she must be telling the truth? Like, I always found this scene a little bit strange. It's like, do you not think there should have been, like, proof or something like that, or...
Jax does get his proof in the next scene, but for him to go to
get he does, but I mean, he seems to accept here that Tara's already lying.
Gemma says to him, what's she say? She says something along the lines of, you didn't want to admit it. You didn't want to come to terms with the truth, but your wife is doing this. It's almost like Jax kind of knew, but just didn't want to come to terms with it. But yeah, I get it. But I think Jax knew deep down that Gemma didn't do this. I think he was maybe that desperate to get back on Team Tara that he was willing to accept it sort of deal. I don't know, but
also, I mean, do you not think Tara was a bit dumb going ahead with this whole plan? If Tara had only told Jax about being pregnant, then I think she could have made it work. But I don't think it was believable that Gemma would have purposely kicked on the stomach.
But then I guess they could have went down the road of, Gemma didn't know. That's why she battered her in the stomach.
That's what I'm saying. Should they not have went down that route?
Yeah, but then... But then Jax might not sign the restraining order. He might be like, well, she didn't know, Tara.
No, I still think he'd be pissed off.
No, he'd be pissed, absolutely. But it's almost like you need another extra line to cross.
Yeah, but to me, the extra line that Tara took made the story a little bit non-believable.
Non-believable?
Here, I don't think Gemma beating Tara up is not, but I do think that if Gemma knows that you're pregnant, I don't think she's going to.
No. Well, yeah, she's trying to protect her 2 living grandkids by booting her non-living grandkid in the stomach. But Jax confronts Lowen. She does a really goofy face when he screams at her, which I thought was quite funny. Unser was there, drinking his beer, as he normally does. As you said, son, no one gets hurt. Yeah, no one gets hurt. And then Tara, she's on the lam, damn it. She's got a gun. What's she going to do? Who knows? Clay, he's sitting in a straitjacket in a padded room. Battered. Obviously, the guards got their revenge on him. And then, yeah,
40 minutes.
Brooke walks down the street after a wee conversation with Jax. Looks like she's going to work off that debt after destroying the ice cream shop. And notices a woman who looks like her. This is the mystery woman. Thoughts on the mystery woman?
I mean, well, she truly is a mystery woman. I think it's just one of those mysteries in Sons of Anarchy that you'll never really work out unless...
It's like Breaking Bad when the cousins crawled through the fucking village.
Yeah, I mean, unless...
It's like, what was that?
Unless Kurt Sutter ever comes out and fully breaks it down and explains what the purpose of this woman was, and... Yeah, I think it's always going to be left open for interpretation of a...
I actually like stuff like that in TV shows that are left open. It's not massive.
But it's something minor. It's like not knowing's not going to like ruin the show, or you know, it's just like a small thing that you would maybe like to know the answer to, but
yeah. But anyway, that is it for the episode of John 8:32. What are you giving it?
No, good episode. I'm going to get I'll get an 8 out of 10.
He's giving it an 8 out of 10. John 832 gets an 8 out of 10 for me as well. Anyway, guys, that'll do it for Sons of Anarchy. 4 more episodes to go, and peace.